Hey guys, welcome back to this new video. And in this video, we're gonna explore a problem that was asked in Google couple of times. So it is based on a linked list. So if you are not aware of my linked list videos, you can find it in my channel page. You can go there and check out some of the linked list videos of mine and come back here to resume it. So let's get started with the description. And before that, this is Praveen. I'm doing tech and coding stuff in this channel. If you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe and click that bell icon right next to the subscribe button so that you will never miss any of my updates. So let's get started. So let's start with the implement like a description. We are given a head here and like a head node of the linked list, which is having like unique integer values. So there are no repeated values. So we are having only unique integer values. And we are also given a list called G, which is a subset of values in the linked list. So you may see here, like in this example, we are having this linked list. We are given a head of this linked list like the zeroth node, and we are having another list called G, which is having the elements inside the linked list, so which is also unique. If it's not unique, we can make it unique so that it will be useful, because this linked list is unique. So while we check it, we can make G2 unique by using a set. So we have to return the number of connected components in G, where two values are connected if they appear consecutively in the linked list. So what this mean is, you can see here, so we are having these three integers in G. So these three same integers will be also in the linked list above. So you can see here the first two numbers are here and the three is here. So there are totally two connected components here, because 0 and 1 are connected. So this is like a one connected component and one separate component, which is also called as connected component. Okay, so here you can see the definition of connected components. So here's the explanation: 0 and 1 are connected. So 0 and 1 and 3 are two connected components. Okay, this list and this list are connected components. And let's see the another example like this. So we are having a 5 elements here, and we are having 4 elements in G. So here also two connected components, which is 0 and 1, which is connected. Okay, if is yeah, it can be in any order, like a 0 3 1 4. We can it can be in any order, but we have to check with the linked list order, which is 0 and 1, they are connected, and 3 and 4, which are also connected. So we are having two connected components here too. So the algorithm that we're gonna use to solve this problem is simple. We're gonna iterate over the list, like iterate over the list, and tracking whether the current node is or is not a part of connected component. If it's the connected component, we just increment the count by one, like yeah. So every time we see a new connected component, we increment the count by one. Okay, likewise we can go on. If you not understand it, don't worry, we can understand while coding. So let's start. First condition we gonna set is, we gonna make that G into a set, like into unique values. Like since the linked list containing only unique integer values, G also will be also contain unique values. If that's the case, we can use it wisely. Like we don't want to waste time in calculating repeating characters. So we make it unique by using the set function. And now we are setting a count variable to 0, and we are setting a connector variable, which is a boolean variable, and it is initially set to false. So when we see a connected element, when we see an element in G which is also in linked list for the first time, we may set the connecting into two, like sorry, let me change it as connected. So connected to true, and we can go on. So and we can increment the count by 1. And if it's already if it's already true, we just don't want to increment because it's all connected. So if first we see 0, then we cannot we change the connected variable to true. And second we see like 1, so we are already connected, so it's already in true manner, so we don't want to increment the count again. So after we are seeing 2 which is not in the G, so we again change the connector to false. So and the count is now 1. And now we are seeing 3 which is a new character also in G, so we can connect change the connector to true, and we can count connector increment the count by 1. So finally it will be 2. Let me explain it while coding. So we are having a while loop here, and we are checking the while head is not none or not. And if head dot value in h, so we are giving h here because we are changing the name of the G here, so we may use h here. And not connected, okay, not connected in the sense which is, so here not connected means which is false. Yeah, this is true. If not connected, it will return true, so the condition works. So head dot value in h, okay, this head dot value means in the linked list we are checking the head, okay. So head dot value is 0 which is in h, if in h, and also the connected is not true, which is false, we can change the connected to true because it's in list, right? So the head dot value is in list, so we have to change the connected variable to true here. And we have to increment the count by 1 because we are seeing the first connected element, like a connected component, so we are just incrementing the count by 1. So this is the first component that we are seeing. So else part is like not else part, which is elif part, when head dot value not in G, okay, not in G, okay. So we are checking G here. So not in G means let's say this 2 here which is not in G. So if it's not in G and also the connected is true, okay, connected is equal to true, so we don't want have to give that, just give connector. So if it's true it will accept. So the 2 is not in the list, but the connected is set to true. So when the condition is like this, we have to change that connector to false again because 2 is not in the list, so we have to change it again to false. And we are just incrementing the head value, like head to head dot next. We are just incrementing the value, like I equal to I plus 1. Like in the while loop we are just incrementing the head value, okay. So after that finally we are just returning the count. Yeah, so let me explain that with this example right here, okay. We need we are having these two inputs, which is a linked list, head of a linked list, and a G list we are having. So the output will be 2. So there are two connected components. So let's check this input with this code, okay. First we are changing this G into unique elements. Since it is already unique, we don't make a difference. And we are setting a count variable to 0, like a count variable is the output that we gonna produce at last, so it is initially set to 0. And we have a connected variable which is a boolean type, so which is set to false initially. And while loop, like a while head, we are checking the head, so if it's not done the while loop will go. So we are having a condition like head dot value in h or not. So head dot value means first initially the head will be 0, so we are in the first loop, so first iteration. So we are having 0 as a value, 0 in h, right? So it is in h. So and also connected is set to false. Okay, not connected means connected is set to false, so both of the condition is true. So we are setting the connected to true. Okay, let me comment out here. At first we are at first loop we are setting the connected to true and incrementing the count by 1. Okay, the count is now 1, no longer 0. So we are having this. So let me yeah, so we are having the this condition at first loop. So we are after that we are just changing the head to head dot next, and now the head is 1. So we are just entering the second loop, which is now we are checking head dot value in h. Okay, head dot value in h. Okay, so 1 is in h, right? So 1 h is in h, but not connected is false. Okay, not connected is false because the connector is now true. So because of this condition we are just we are not just implementing this the body of this if loop. So like a if condition. After that we are checking the elif condition here. So head dot value not in g, the one is not in g, it's false here itself. So we are just incrementing the head, like incrementing the head by 1. So we are just changing the head from 1 to 2. So now the new head is 2. So we are entering the third loop. In the second loop we are changing anything, like leaving it as same is like from the first loop. So we are now in the third loop and we are having the head as 2. So and we are having the head dot value in h, which is 2 is not in h. So we may lack this condition, and we are now entering the elif condition, which is head dot value not in g. Okay, 2 is not in g, and also the connector is true now. Okay, the connector is true now, so we are setting the connector to false again. Okay, we are just setting the connector in false again, which is in third loop. Let me give this here. Okay, so in third loop we are setting the connector in false again, and now the third line will like a third equation, like a code will run, which is head equal to head dot next, and we are changing the head to 3 now. So we are entering the fourth loop. The count is remains 1, and when we are seeing this head dot value in h. Okay, head dot value is in h and not connected. Okay, not connected means connector is in false manner. So we can just change the connector to true, and we can change the count to like increment the count by 1. So in the fourth loop we are just having the count as 2. So after fourth loop we are just changing the head to head dot next, which is null at last, and while head it will false here. So we are out of the while loop now, so we are returning the count, which is 2 now. Okay, this is how this program works. This is very important program asked in Google coding interview a couple of times, so practice it. So let's run it and check the code with the sample test cases. Yes, we accepted that sample test cases, and we can check by submitting the code to test all the test cases. Yeah, it accepted all the test cases. So we are at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe. And if you have any suggestion, let me know in comments. So check out my other playlist too in my channel page. Thank you. And this code will be in my GitHub page, and link for that will be in my description. So thank you again. Bye.